Good day, everybody. This is Vic from VDrive bringing it to you. Nissan Petrol. I'm just joking. This is 2026 Nissan Armada Platinum Reserve. And of course, if you're from Middle East and you're watching from Asia or Middle East or from Australia, you know that you guys have a Nissan Petrol. This is the North American version of that same car there. Sorry to all my North American friends. This is all we get. But you know what? This is still a sick vehicle. Now, let's just get to it. Some of you are wondering in your left corner, why do I have a Yukon Denali here? Because right after this video, we'll attach a link to the comparison of this bad boy with the Yukon Denali, which is the OG of North American big size fat SUVs. So you can watch what's up in between these two vehicles and which one you should choose. Now, let's just take a second to admire the beautiful front end of this Nissan Armada. It looks really rich, it looks really nice. If you'll just pay attention, you have the brand new Nissan logo badge right here. You have the chrome right here that goes all across, and that merged with these two lights that's in the daytime running lights, as you can see. This is the set of key that you get with this bad boy. If you press unlock, this is how it's going to look like. Your fog lamps are down below right here, and you have the sensors here too. And just like the Yukon Denali, Nissan is kind of following along with some mechanical features there. For the behind the grille, you have the aero shutters that open and close, and you have aero shutters down below as well. Now, a little bit of a chrome top of the line vehicle. The price of this bad boy is going to be $107,000 in Canada right now, whatever the comparison is for all my American friends there. It's an amazing vehicle, but again, this is still on a cheaper side for the top end SUV. For example, that Yukon Denali right there is not the fully loaded one. I don't want to do the full comparison right here, but that bad boy is even not it's a fully loaded one, but it's still about 118 grand. But now let's just get back to the Nissan Armada. You have the nice indentation on top of the hood right there. It looks big. It looks bulky. You have the aluminum brush rims right here from Nissan, of course, with the disc brakes at the back. You have the Bridgestone tires. You have the 22 inches. You have 275/50 R22s. You have the independent suspension front as well as at the back as well. And you have air suspension. You have the airbags at the front as well as at the back to provide you the best comfort possible. Now, some of you are wondering, Vic, you live in Edmonton. You have a lot of snow and the temperature drops there. What's your opinion on that? It may or may not give you trouble depending on where you drive. Right now, it's about minus 12 right now in Edmonton with the windshield. You know what? The car is not giving us any trouble. But again, it may change off who you are and where you drive it. Now, coming to the side right here, you have the gloss black portion right here. And you have the stupid chrome in between there too. It's not a functional bend. It just looks whatever, right? Since it's a Platinum Reserve package, you have the chrome all around the side right there. No chrome on top of that. And there is an airplane right there somewhere. That's also excited too. You have the blacked out portion all on top of that. And at the back right here, you have the Armada badge. The vehicle looks really big and tall. I'm 6'2". You can see the full dimensions right there. Just for your reference, the total width of this vehicle is 83 inches. The total height of this vehicle is 78 inches. And the total length of this vehicle is going to be 210 inches. And in case you're wondering, how heavy this big fat boy is, it's about 6,100 pounds, just over 6,100 pounds, which is pretty good in my opinion there. Now, let's just go to the back of the vehicle so I can show it to you how it looks from behind there. And of course, what is packing in the trunk there. Now at the back, you have the towing package there. Of course, you take that cover off, which is tucked right in the middle behind this flat black portion. You have the towing package with the brake controller. You can tow up to 8,500 pounds, which is pretty decent for a big fat SUV. And you have the sensors at the back with the gloss black area, Platinum Reserve sign right there. The lights looks really, really cool. Armada badge there too. And you do have the kicker system to open up your tailgate, but the vehicle is in demo mode, so I won't be able to show it to you right now. Now, press this button here, make sure you have the keys in the pocket, and this is what you get. You have a tiny bit of space at the back. You can throw a baggage or two if you like. You have the 120 right there. You have a little bit of a space behind it for a rope or something. And you have, which I love the most, you actually have air suspension up and down button at the back right here. Imagine if you're trying to hook up a trailer and you are like, Vic, it's not really lining it up. You can actually press this button to move your suspension up and down according to your suspension. Or in case you want to load something at the back, imagine you have a big fat dog in your big fat car, you can load it down so you can lift it up and throw it at the back here. Now that's just your front license plate. You have a little bit of space at the back, and the rear seats, you can actually move it just like this. You can press the button, the whole thing will come down and up, of course. And these seats are recliner too, which I'll get into that in a second. Now let's just go and take a look at the engine, what kind of power it's packing under there. All right, here it is. Under the hood, you get this 3.5 twin-turbo V6 engine from Nissan. As you can see, it's putting out 425 horsepower, 560 pound-feet of torque. It's paired to 9-speed transmission and, of course, with the all-wheel drive and your 4x4 system, as you can see. Now, some of you are wondering what kind of a fuel economy you get with this bad boy here. On the city roads, you'll get about 14.7. On the highway, you'll get about 12.4. So combined, you'll be getting about 13.7 liters per 100 kilometers there. Now, in case you're wondering what kind of warranty you get from Nissan with this bad boy here, you'll get 3 years, 60,000 or 36,000 miles, which is your comprehensive bumper-to-bumper, or you can call it, or 5 years or 100,000, which is your powertrain, which is pretty basic and standard all across the board. But understand, $107,000, if you pay with Nissan on this bad boy, it's still a lot better deal in the market as compared to any other vehicle out there. But again, it's just a matter of preference. Quality overall looks good, but again, there are a lot of cheap parts. Everything is plastic right here. If somebody just hit it right here with a little bit of a force, you can break through the whole grill right there too, and that's going to cost you an arm and a leg, just so you know. Now let's just get inside so I can show it to you how the interior looks like. Now I'm going to get into the interior so I can show it to you. You have the real leather all around here with the nice brown insert right here. Of course, the buttons for your, for your mirrors, your windows and all that. And you have the premium audio system by Klipsch. Right, you have the flat black portion right here. Nice speakers in between here. Beautiful looking seats. You have the nice, diamond stitchings all around here. And these seats are fully powered and a massaging function as well. I'm just going to get into right here. Oops, I have my mat that's kind of giving me trouble here. All right, let's just start this thing here. This is how it looks like. You have a big touch screen. It has two separations there, one for your dash and one for your infotainment system here. Nice leather wrap steering wheel with your co-pilot system here too for your auto steer, and beautiful looking Nissan badge. A nice proportion, looks really good. And you have a heads up display right there too, and you have this rear camera mirror as you can see right here. Now, you have the brake controller here, push button start, all that kind of stuff. And you have your prindle or prindum, as you can see, all the buttons. So you'll have to get used to the fact that you'll be jumping in and press D to drive, reverse, with R to reverse, all that kind of stuff. And you have all these drive modes that you can use to move around the settings, and you can change it to eco, sport, tow, rock, sand, mud, snow, and standard, of course. Now, big touchscreen will also give you 360 cameras, multiple different angles. You can see your vehicle from all these angles here. You have the 3D mode here too. You can look around how your vehicle looks. Kind of stupid, the vehicle is black color. You see a white vehicle there. You can change that in the system too. It's kind of crazy. And you can go right here. You have inbuilt Google, for example. You have that looks like this. Let's just try if this one has that. Hey Google, take me to Calgary.
Okay, Calgary.
There you go. And pretty responsive in my opinion, which is pretty cool. Now, of course, you can use all these different settings here. You can put your Apple CarPlay and Auto, which is pretty cool. You also have a dash cam right here too that looks like this. There is a camera at the front and there is a camera inside as well. So if I'll switch this to inside camera, this is how we look like. You know how in Tesla, right when the incident happened, the car records it? You have the similar looking system and the similar feel in this one too, which is pretty good. Now come back to the review here. You have the 4x4 system right here. The air suspension. Now, coming back to the whole functionality here, you have the air suspension button right here, the auto shut off button here too. And you have a little tray that gives you wireless charging here, 2 USB-C port, cup holders here, 2 Armada badge, and a nice leather. And if you lift this one up, you have a light inside and of course a place for your center console. I don't know what else you'll put into that, but you do have a full panoramic sunroof, which is pretty cool. The seats feel really good in my opinion. I'm going to set up my seat in a way that I like to sit. So this is how I'll sit. So just so you know, I'm 6'2" and I'm about 210 pounds. Finally lost a little bit of weight. And I'm going to go at the back seat so I can show it to you what kind of space it's packing for your second and third row. So come to the back with me. Going to the back now. This is how it's going to look like. This is a 8-seater configuration. You can also get a bucket seats in the middle if you like to. And of course, pretty cool passage overall. Nice angle for the door. And this is how my seat looks like. I have plenty of space right here. But what I would like to do is move these seats forward a little bit. I have the heated seats at the back. At the back, you have the USB-C port and DC port here too. And you have the cup holder space in case only 2 people are sitting on the second row here, right? Nice portions. My head is not really touching, but it's going to change when I go to the third row. So let's just try that real quick. Now, getting into the third row, you'll have to put your hand right here, move this portion ahead, and go all the way back. Now, this is how it looks like. First of all, my head is touching and my hair are already ruined with the air, but now they're even more ruined. I do have the airflow right on top of my face here. And if somebody's sitting in this side, same thing. I have the USB-C, all that is there. Now, if I will move this thing back. All right, so if my second row seat is set up in a way that I like to sit, according to my weight and height there, my knees are almost touching at the back. But understand, usually people in the third row, you only put like a kid or something. You don't put like a 6'2" adult in the third row. But if you need to, you can possibly get away with it. But again, 3 people like me at the back, it won't really cut it, because the second row seat is really for a baby only, and a full seat on the side right there, right? And here is one more thing that you can do with this one. If you'll press this button right here, you can actually recline your seats, which is stupid in my opinion, in a good way. And it will ruin your hair less. And if you really want to relax, you can actually do that. Now, let's just go for a quick drive. All right, here we are on the test drive on a Nissan Armada Platinum Reserve. Right off the bat, I can tell you this thing. Because the vehicle has turbos in it, you're trying to get heavy power out of this vehicle. It's still going to make a little bit of noise. We have reviewed a Nissan Nismo that had more torque than this one. It was fun to drive. It was awesome. The body kit, the suspension, and all that too. Same with this one. But it's just the noise that you will feel within the cab. For example, take a listen to this. Did you hear that? Right, it's going to make a little bit of a noise while trying to get that torque. It's not a big problem, but it's just all about if you're spending, 10, 11 grand as compared to the other competitor there. So you will face certain of those things there. Overall, the vehicle feels great. Heated and cooling seats. The suspension feels really good too. The air suspension provides the best comfort possible there. And of course, the massaging seats going on. Everything's going to give you that full feel when it comes to driving a Nissan Armada. Obviously, the body quality, the steel grade quality that they might be using will be a little bit challenging, but that's what it is. But overall, it feels really smooth and good. No complaints whatsoever. This road has a little bit of a off-road terrain, I would say. The road is not quite built yet. Let's just see how the vehicle handles. So far on the bumps with this third mode, pretty smooth, no issues whatsoever. The vehicle is not into the auto 4x4 setting. It's in the 4x4 high setting. That's just part of the mud mode here. But overall, with the air suspension, the way the vehicle is adjusting on all the the uneven terrain, it's pretty smooth. I would recommend that. I'll try to punch the vehicle a little bit here. The best part about turbos, however, is you can enhance the power on this thing the way you like. You can put some bigger turbos, you can put some tuners on it. In my opinion, that's one of the great advantages of buying a Nissan twin turbo E6 here. You can do certain things. And if you're driving in a specific place where you're like, man, anything can happen, the people are bad drivers, you can also turn on the camera here. It won't really show you, but you actually have an event camera here.